Today on Smackey's Garage, we're going to be installing this Bulletpoint phone mount to my F-150. On my F-150, I have everything mounted off the windshield, and things are starting to block the visibility when I'm driving with the truck. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a step-by-step mounting of this on the dash, and then we're going to go ahead and do a review of it. So let's go ahead, let's get this installed. Now, overall, the install looks pretty easy. We're going to have to take this piece off here, so this top part. Few tools to do it, really not that hard. They do give you some of the tools to do that, some trim tools and things. So with that, let's go ahead and take this out. So the first step is we're gonna have to remove the speaker grill here. And removing the speaker grill, use their trim tool that they gave you, and you just pry it up. So let's go ahead and do that. So need to slide this slightly under here and then lift this up. There should be just pins holding it in place. Here's the speaker grill that you're prying out, and here's what it looks like, just so you can see exactly where those clips are. Oh man, that's in there. All right, I ended up getting a second set of tools because that is really in there. There we go. Perfect. Should be 2 more pins at the back. So overall, I mean, this could work, but having something bigger like this definitely helps. Now there's gonna be 2 bolts that we have to take out here. They're both 7mm. So 1 and 2 will come out. So with both of these out, I'm now gonna go ahead and pry up on the front to take it out of place. Now you could pull this out with a trim tool under here, but I'm actually gonna try to pry it up because I think that's the best way not to damage this front at all. Okay, now with this out of place, I can disconnect the speaker back here, and we can bring it inside and get everything done. Okay, so now that we're inside at the workbench, let's go ahead and take a look at everything that they give you in the package and the extra that I bought with it. They give you the part itself, so the bracket that's going to mount there. You get a phone mount. So I ended up configuring mine with this spring-loaded phone mount. And then they give you all the tools to do this project, which is really nice. I do like when companies provide you with the tools to do it. I usually end up throwing them out when I'm done, but it is really nice to have a set of tools here. They don't need to go find your own. And I also bought a GoPro mount, which is gonna be nice to have in the car when I'm doing my projects. So let's go ahead and get everything ready to get started. So this is the part that came out. It's gonna be relatively simple install. There's adhesive under here, but you're also gonna put bolts in to secure it. It's going to end up being mounted somewhere in here like this, and we have to decide exactly where. There is a little bit of room to work, but we'll figure out exactly where we want to put it. You know, this is supposed to be flat on here, not on top of this, because you want the adhesive to actually stick to the plastic. Now I ended up putting this in here, marking this, and it's hard to see, but I ended up putting some black marks on here that are places where I'm going to cut this to make this work. I'm also thinking about just printing out something in TPU or a material, rubber material that I can put on top of here to keep things from sliding around. But my main use for this is just to hold maybe a pair of sunglasses. But if you end up putting something in here and it ends up sliding down, which it will, it's going to be hard to reach in and access it. You know, you really do kind of lose this area, but you know, if you really want to, you can cut this up and put it in. So I am going to cut this out. I can still faintly see the marks that I made. So I'm just going to go ahead and modify this to fit. There we go. That should be close. Now the next step is to take this and mark it where we're going to be drilling it. It's a little bit hard to do because you can access these 2 holes up here, but the issue is the holes down below. You probably fit a skinny pencil or something in there to mark it. But with that, let's go ahead and get these marked. So with what I've decided to do to mark this is actually take a drill bit like this, and this is the bit that comes with it, and just use this to put a mark in each spot where I need to drill that. Now the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I actually don't have a pencil that's long enough to fit down these holes, so I have to do this all the way. Okay, so we can see 1, 2, 3, and 4 holes. So now I can take it, I can drill these 4 holes out, and I should be able to get everything ready to go back together. All right, now let's see how accurate I was with my holes. Pretty good. So these are pretty good, if I must say myself. Now, that is definitely one of the downsides of this design is just it's really hard to get in there to do this. So having a long drill bit, you can make this one work, and do that is important. Now, I do like they give you extra hardware to do this. So all this, I'm going to go ahead, wipe down one time, and then we're going to get the adhesive off of this and ready to go on. Then get this on and in place. Going to line up the front holes. Now to get these together, we're going to put the screws in first, like this. The washer is going to go on the underside, like this, and then we're going to put the nut on. So pretty simple. These are nylon nuts, or nylock nuts. So that should make things a little bit easier and stay on nice and tight. So now it's time to check my alignment of all these screw holes. So far, so good. Now for the back ones, probably a little bit trickier since they are underneath here. And if you have big hands, it's probably going to be harder to get those into place. But doable. And they do give you the hardware to do this and tighten everything up. So you get this, you get the screwdriver, plus you get this nut. We'll go ahead and tighten all these down all the way. Okay, so there we have it. Everything's tightened down, ready to go back in the truck. We do have to wait 24 hours for this adhesive to dry before we can use this. So let's go ahead and get it in and then get everything ready. All right, then we're gonna just put it back in, which means we plug in the speaker. Clip it into place and then put on those 2 bolts. Pretty straightforward. We'll go ahead and put the speaker grill back in and just give this 24 hours to dry, I guess. All right, so it's been 24 hours, or just about 24 hours, and I should be able to put things on there now. So let's go ahead and do that. We're ready to get these parts on, pretty straightforward ball and cup design. So the negative thing that I've heard about this is they're a unique diameter ball, so it's really hard to find 20mm parts for them and compatible brackets. But I mean, it should be straightforward enough that I can just put these on and connect everything together. So I got my phone mount, then we'll go ahead and put my GoPro mount up there. I do not know where my latest GoPro is. I gave it to my son and it has since disappeared. All right, so it looks pretty good so far. I mean, they do give you this tool here, which is the F tool or the F-it tool that you use that you can take and tighten these down a little bit more with, but this design doesn't look like it actually uses those. It looks like these clamps are just normal twist style clamps. So I don't know exactly why they gave me this tool. Okay, so looking at this setup, it's pretty nice. I do like the way that it opens up the windshield more and I can see more. I don't have things hanging off of the glass like I did previously. So for that, I do really like it. I will say this is 100% the sturdiest clamp I've ever had for a phone, to the point where it's just unbelievably strong. One of the things I want to know down in the comments is if you guys want me to do a comparison of this one versus the BuiltRight one, let me know. If you do, I'll purchase that one after a few months and we'll test that one out and compare it to this one. Especially if you're trying to make a decision on which one you want to go with, BuiltRight versus this one, let me know and I can try to find that. So far, very happy with it. Everything has stayed in place. Nothing's been knocking around and, just bumping around the road, no issues. Thanks for tuning in this week to Smackey's Garage. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.